Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is you are. My name is Rebecca Don Bao Ritchie. My student number is 9201061359420001, and my course is OUMH1303, English for Oral Communication. The topic I'm talking about today, the purpose is to describe different film lighting techniques in cinematography. To a casual viewer, the art of cinematography is often appreciated as a whole, not many giving pause to notice the details and techniques necessary to create a vibrant and dramatic scene. One of these techniques that seasoned filmmakers employ is the knowledge of lighting. Lighting not only gives the piece clarity, but also changes the mood and allows filmmakers to highlight and pick up on certain details, drawing the viewer's focus and attention to certain things. This makes lighting an essential tool in any filmmaker's toolbox. Today, I would like to describe and illuminate some lighting basics used in cinematography. Like all art forms, cinematography is a deep and broad field that requires years of in-depth study to achieve mastery. Therefore, this talk will merely be an introduction, skimming the surface to the usage of lighting in film, allowing you as an audience member to begin to understand, notice, and pick up on the subtleties of these techniques. When you next watch a film or any sort of video content, you'll start to see the effects of different lighting choices and how filmmakers use them. Let's start with one of the most fundamental setups, the three-point lighting system. As its name suggests, this setup uses three primary light sources: the key light, backlight, and fill light. By positioning these three lights strategically, the cinematographer can highlight the subject, adjust the contrast, and control shadows, creating a balanced and visually pleasing look. Now, the key light is the main source of light in this setup. It is positioned at about a 45-degree angle from the subject, typically to one side and slightly above eye level, creating depth and modeling on the subject's face. This angled positioning highlights one side of the subject, giving form and focus, often casting a shadow on the opposite side of the face or body. Next, we have the fill light, which is placed on the opposite side of the key light, often at a lower intensity. Its role is to fill in the shadows that I just mentioned were created by the key light, preventing overly harsh contrast. The fill light is usually set up lower than the key light, about level with the subject's face, and it softens the overall look, keeping the lighting looking natural and balanced. Finally, the third element of the three-point lighting system is the backlight. Sometimes also called the rim light or hair light. It is positioned behind the subject, aimed back towards the camera. This light is generally placed higher, above the subject's head, creating a faint outline or halo effect around them, which is why it's known as the hair light or rim light. This outline visually separates the subject from the background, adding depth and focus. Moving on from controlled setups, let's now discuss natural lighting. As the name suggests, natural lighting relies on available light sources, like the sun, moon, or even street lamps. Often, filmmakers use large windows or outdoor spaces to harness natural light. The angle of the sun, for example, can create dramatic shadows when low in the sky, like during sunrise or sunset, producing a warm, soft tone known as golden hour. While natural lighting offers an authentic, raw quality to scenes, it can also be unpredictable and challenging to control. For example, when clouds roll in on a sunny day. This style works particularly well in film that aims for realism, as natural light connects the viewer to the setting, creating an organic and immersive feel. Now let's talk about ambient lighting, which refers to any existing light within a location that isn't manipulated by the filmmaker, such as room lights, computer screens, or even the glow from a television. Ambient lighting is typically diffused and can create a soft wash of light across the scene, providing context to the setting and enhancing the mood. For example, in a bar scene, the dim overhead lights might create a warm, intimate glow, or in a hospital, bright, cold lighting might signal a sterile environment. Filmmakers often use this kind of light sparingly, allowing it to complement other lighting choices and contribute to the scene's authenticity without overpowering it. For example, a gamer sitting in front of his gaming screen will be lit up by the screen. Next, we have hard key lighting, which is a different way of using the key light that I mentioned earlier. It's similarly set up in three-point lighting, but used with a very direct, focused beam to create sharp, dramatic contrasts. Positioned close or directly in front of the subject, hard key lighting intensifies texture and details, often casting stark shadows behind or on the subject. This technique is common in genres like film noir or thrillers, where the high contrast adds mystery or suspense to the scene. Shadows are cast with a hard edge, enhancing the subject's contours and creating an almost sculptural look. In contrast with hard key lighting, another way of using the key light is low key lighting, which involves reducing the fill light and often placing the key light at a more extreme angle to the subject. In this setup, the key light is frequently positioned to one side and at a low angle, leaving large portions of the frame or the subject in shadow. The result is a darker, more moody aesthetic with deep dramatic shadows and highlights, focusing only on key details like an actor's face or hands. Low-key lighting is widely used in dramas, horrors, and thrillers, enhancing a sense of mystery or unease, making the scene feel tense and atmospheric. In conclusion, each of these lighting techniques offers filmmakers unique tools to shape their stories, draw out specific moods, and guide viewers' emotional responses. Take note that this is not a comprehensive list of every single lighting technique there is. There are many more for you to learn and explore and employ if you decide to try out cinematography for yourself. Whether it's the balanced approach of three-point lighting, the realism of natural lighting, the atmospheric effects of ambient light, the stark drama of hard key lighting, or the moody subtlety of low key lighting, lighting serves as a silent character in the narrative, influencing how we perceive the scenes set before us. So the next time you watch a film, take a moment to notice how the lighting choices contribute to the overall impact of the story. Thank you for your attention and have a good day.